This video is to help you create a roadmap for your creative small business to become successful. Hi, I'm Jenifer, and these are my tips from my own experience as a small business owner of Dream of Jeni since 2020. At the time when I first started my small business, I was a single mother of three, working second shift and running a small business at home. We are going to be discussing the three S's: sell, space, and schedule. The first thing you need to figure out is what you're going to sell. If you're a multi passionate person like me, you may find it hard to narrow it down to one exact thing because you like to dabble in everything, you like to try new things. Some people might advise you to ask questions such as, what is something you enjoy making that you could make multiples of? What is something you're good at making? What is something people would pay you for? But those questions don't really help a multi passionate person because we love to make all the things. So instead, I would ask you to ask yourself, what medium would allow me to be creative in different ways? For me, that was epoxy resin. For you, it could be resin, yarn, fabric, glass, clay. Once you figure that out, you can build from there. So, for example, under the umbrella of resin, depending on your skill level, you can create a wide range of things from keychains to coasters, trays, wall art. Another example is yarn. You could make hats or socks or more elaborate things such as cardigans, purses, granny square blankets. Space. Something else to consider is, do you have the space? When I first started my epoxy resin business, I had to consider the fact that this is a product that could give off potentially toxic fumes. I had to be in a well ventilated space that no one could access while items were curing. I was able to convert my laundry room into my studio. I was able to ventilate that room and lock the door after I was done. If you want to sell products that could potentially harm you and your family, please make sure to take the proper precautions and please make sure you have the space to do so. Also, you need to consider the reverse of your products getting ruined. It could be devastating. If you have roommates, family members, and pets, accidents happen. Now, let's say you created a purse or you work with fabrics. Just imagine your pet or your child or a family member going into your office one day because you didn't have it closed, or you have your fabric out on your coffee table and then someone just accidentally walking by and spilling something on your fabric. That is the worst feeling in the world. So make sure you have boundaries set up, make sure you have a routine set up, and make sure you just have all your things in one spot so they don't get ruined. Please, please, please. It can set you back with your shipping time, having to remake things, or it can set you back having to clean up things. I have my own horror story of my pets getting into my office one time because my door was not closed and my office getting destroyed. So make sure that you have a space that no one can touch your things and potentially ruin your products. That is a waste of money, it's a waste of time, and it does not feel good to have your hard work ruined. It does not feel good to have items that you bought for your small business ruined. Be aware of your space and have boundaries when it comes to your studio space, or have boundaries set for when you have products made. Make sure they are safe and make sure your family is safe. Okay, I cannot emphasize that enough. Everyone needs to be safe. Okay. Schedule. If you have a full time job already or a family to take care of, when will you be able to make your products? After work, on weekends? Write down when your free time is and figure out when you're able to focus on your small business. Figure out how long it takes you to complete an item so you can schedule time to make more in your future. I work with epoxy resin, and a project can sometimes span 3 days in order to finish. On top of this, I have a family, so developing a routine was very important to me. Back when in 2021, I was still a single mom and it was very tough. I would go to my regular job plus work on my small business while my children were in school or asleep. It was very difficult, but I did develop a routine. As of right now, I don't work a traditional 9 to 5, so I can focus just on my small business. Right now, I work 8 a.m. until 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. It can be a struggle, especially when you work from home, to keep small business things during small business hours. In my experience, it can lead to burnout, sleepless nights, and anxiety when you don't have balance. And that can also affect those around you. I hope that these 3 topics on selling, space, and scheduling help you with your small business. If you have any questions about your small business journey, please leave them down below. I'm Jenifer. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Thanks so much. Bye.